Yellowstone National Park has been the focus of heightened geological concern recently, with officials revealing that the area has experienced a significant number of earthquakes in the past few months. With this alarming warning, the geologists are on guard and are closely monitoring the situation. This surge in tremors highlights the park's dynamic geological character and underscores the importance of continuous monitoring by experts to comprehend the consequences of these natural events. Given Yellowstone's tumultuous history and the unpredictability of its massive supervolcano, this development is a serious cause for concern, raising alarms in the scientific community. Could these earthquakes mean that there is another more dangerous geological event in the future waiting to happen? What does this increased seismic activity mean for the future of Yellowstone? How should we make sense of the potential risks associated with these tremors? Join us as we investigate this recent flurry of seismic activity and the warnings from experts about what might be happening beneath Yellowstone. The history of Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone National Park is a breathtaking expanse of 2.2 million acres spanning parts of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. It's home to a diverse range of wildlife, including pronghorn, coyotes, wolves, and American bison. Despite its reputation as a geological ticking time bomb due to the underground activity, Yellowstone's stunning beauty attracts photographers from around the globe, all eager to capture its majestic landscapes. Long before Yellowstone became a national park, it was the home of several Native American tribes, including the Crow, Shoshone, and Blackfeet. These tribes not only lived on the land but also considered it sacred. Much of their history is shrouded in myths, stories, and legends, as the region's turbulent past has erased many concrete facts. However, their deep connection to the land offers a chance to explore the rich heritage and natural wonders that Yellowstone is renowned for. Some believe that the spirits of these tribes still roam the wilds of Yellowstone, adding an air of mystery to this already magical place. In the 18th century, the Ottawa region was largely unknown to Euro-American settlers, except for Native Americans and a few explorers. However, by the late 18th century, European explorers had begun to venture into these territories. One of the most significant expeditions was the Lewis and Clark expedition from 1804 to 1806, which played a crucial role in mapping the American West. Meriwether Lewis led his team north to explore the Marias River, while William Clark, a soldier, mapmaker, and self-taught physician, led his group southeast to explore the Yellowstone area. Although they did not directly explore Yellowstone, their journey paved the way for future explorations. In 1869, David E. Folsom led a group of non-Native Americans on the first documented expedition into what we now know as Yellowstone. Despite its modest scope, this trip was the first to record the area's stunning natural beauty and set the stage for more extensive exploration. This initial expedition was followed by others, including the Washburn-Langford-Doane expedition of 1870, which continued to uncover the wonders of Yellowstone and contributed to the growing interest in this remarkable region. One of the most significant endeavors in the Yellowstone region was the Hayden Geological Survey of 1871, led by geologist Ferdinand Hayden. Sponsored by the federal government, this expedition was tasked with not only exploring the region but also meticulously documenting the details of Yellowstone's stunning landscapes. Hayden and his team, which included artists, scientists, and photographers, spent several months examining and mapping the area. This survey marked the beginning of future scientific research and exploration in Yellowstone. The records and artistic depictions created during this expedition were groundbreaking, providing the first detailed visual representation of Yellowstone's unique beauty. By the end of the 19th century, the findings from the Hayden Geological Survey played a crucial role in Yellowstone's designation as the world's first national park on March 1, 1872. Unique geology of Yellowstone National Park. Despite everything you might have heard about Yellowstone Park, you might wonder, isn't Yellowstone just like any other park in the United States? The answer is no, it's not. Beyond its stunning scenery, diverse wildlife, and rich human history, Yellowstone is renowned for its extraordinary geothermal activity and hydrothermal features, setting it apart from any other park. Yellowstone's vibrant geothermal activity is a testament to its unique geological nature. The park sits atop a massive volcanic hotspot, a deep source of geothermal energy that powers its famous geysers, hot springs, and fumaroles. This hotspot is the driving force behind Yellowstone's constantly changing landscape, including the expansive Yellowstone caldera, the largest volcanic system in North America. Yellowstone National Park is a geological marvel, continuously reshaping itself through powerful natural processes. Its geothermal features are a direct result of this dynamic setting, making it one of the most fascinating and unique parks in the world. Yellowstone is truly unique because it sits directly above a volcanic hotspot, a plume of hot, molten rock rising from deep within the Earth's mantle. This hotspot is responsible for the presence of a massive supervolcano beneath Yellowstone, forming an ancient and active caldera. The heat from this supervolcano is closer to the Earth's surface here than in most other regions, resulting in a higher concentration of geothermal features. This distinctive geological setting makes Yellowstone one of the most geothermally active places on Earth, shaping its extraordinary landscape. The combination of the volcanic hotspot and the supervolcano's heat creates an environment rich with geysers, hot springs, and fumaroles, contributing to the park's remarkable and dynamic nature. Yellowstone National Park boasts a colossal caldera, a lasting imprint of a series of super eruptions, the most recent of which occurred around 640,000 years ago. This caldera ranks among the largest volcanic systems globally, harboring a vast magma reservoir beneath its surface. It's this underground network that gives rise to the park's numerous thermal features. The formation of the caldera occurred when the ground collapsed after immense magma releases during these catastrophic eruptions. The sheer size and magnitude of the caldera stand as a testament to the intense volcanic activity that sculpted the region, resulting in a vast crater that now serves as a central feature of Yellowstone's landscape. This ancient geological marvel plays a pivotal role in shaping Yellowstone's distinctive and dramatic topography, offering visitors a glimpse into the park's tumultuous past and remarkable natural history. Yellowstone's hotspot is like the engine driving the park's incredible geothermal activity, powering over 10,000 hot springs, mud butts, fumaroles, and geysers, including the famous Old Faithful. Here's how it works. Rainwater and snow melt seep into the ground, making their way down to the hydrothermal system deep beneath the park. Then, the Yellowstone hotspot kicks in, indirectly heating up this water, causing it to burst forth at the surface in spectacular displays of geysers, hot springs, mud pots, and fumaroles. It's a dynamic process that creates Yellowstone's jaw-dropping array of geothermal features, drawing in visitors and scientists alike to witness nature's incredible show. So whether you're here for an adventure or to study the Earth's wonders, Yellowstone promises an unforgettable experience like no other. Geothermal features of Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone National Park is famous for its mesmerizing geothermal wonders, a true reflection of the park's volcanic past. Let's dive into these marvels. Hot springs steal the spotlight as Yellowstone's most prevalent hydrothermal features. They start as rainwater filtering through the rock layers, getting superheated by the underlying Yellowstone magmatic system. With an open plumbing system, the hot water rises back to the surface without any obstacles. Constant convection currents keep the water circulating, ensuring it doesn't reach the boiling point required for an eruption. However, some hot springs, such as Crested Pool, can surprise with occasional explosive displays, mimicking geysers in their action. Geysers are like the park's fiery fountains, hot springs with tight spots in their plumbing that let off steam in spectacular bursts. These eruptions are a star attraction, drawing visitors from all corners of the globe. Yellowstone's geothermal features are a captivating blend of volcanic activity, intricate hydrothermal systems, and natural marvels sculpted over countless ages of geological evolution. Thanks to Yellowstone's lofty altitude, the boiling point at the geyser basins hovers around 199 degrees Fahrenheit, 93 degrees Celsius. This high elevation means water boils at a lower temperature, setting the stage for mesmerizing geothermal theatrics. Take Steamboat Geyser, for instance, known to shoot water up to an astounding 390 feet 120 meters into the sky, showcasing the raw power of nature. As the water shoots out, it's scorching well above the boiling point, clocking in at an average of 204 degrees Fahrenheit, 95.5 degrees Celsius. But don't worry, by the time it reaches spectators, it's cooled down significantly, making for a safe and awe-inspiring show. This intense heating is all thanks to the fiery activity bubbling beneath Yellowstone's surface, driven by the underlying volcanic hotspot. Yellowstone boasts a geyser gang of over 500 members, but the most famous of them all is Old Faithful. Like a dependable friend, Old Faithful puts on a show every 60 to 90 minutes, sometimes shooting over 8,000 gallons of water skyward. Historically, it's been known to reach heights of 185 feet, a jaw-dropping testament to nature's might. These scenes leave no doubt about Yellowstone's unparalleled originality. There's simply no better word to describe the majesty of these geological wonders than Yellowstone. Seeing is believing, and for those fortunate enough to witness it in person, Yellowstone's beauty leaves an indelible mark on the soul. Mudpots are like nature's bubbling cauldrons, acidic hot springs that munch away at the surrounding rock, leaving behind a landscape straight out of a fantasy tale. These pits of boiling mud churn and bubble, creating a sight unlike any other in the park. It's this acidic environment that gives mudpots their unique appearance and texture, a testament to the power of nature's chemistry. Travertine terraces are nature's art galleries formed when hot springs percolate up through limestone, dissolving the calcium carbonate and leaving behind intricate deposits of calcite. Mammoth Hot Springs is a picture-perfect example of this process, boasting stunning terraces crafted by the mineral-rich waters. Fumaroles are like Earth's steam engines, constantly puffing out hot steam into the air. Unlike other geothermal features, these vents don't hold onto water. Instead, they offer a mesmerizing display of steam rising from the depths below. It's a visual reminder of the intense geothermal activity humming away beneath the park's surface. In Yellowstone's hydrothermal playground, tiny but mighty microorganisms called thermophiles, or heat lovers, reign supreme. These tough cookies thrive in environments that would send humans running for the hills. Think near boiling temperatures and acidity levels that could strip paint off a wall. Their presence adds another layer to Yellowstone's already diverse ecosystem, showcasing just how adaptable life can be in the face of extreme conditions. The geothermal dance in Yellowstone doesn't just create breathtaking landscapes, it also supports unique ecosystems teeming with extremophile organisms. These little survivors are masters of resilience, flourishing in hot springs where temperatures flirt with boiling and acidity levels could rival your grandma's lemonade recipe. Yellowstone serves as a natural laboratory, offering scientists a front-row seat to study life in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Yellowstone's geothermal wonders provide a peek into the Earth's ever-changing inner machinations, showcasing the intricate dance between volcanic might and surface hydrothermal systems. From the majestic bursts of geysers to the bubbling cauldrons of hot springs, mudpots, and fumaroles, each natural marvel tells a story of the park's ancient past and ongoing geological transformations. It's like nature's own theater, where visitors can witness the drama of the Earth unfolding before their eyes. Yellowstone, a hotspot for EarthQua activities. Yellowstone National Park holds a special place in the geological world, serving as a hub of volcanic activity, a haven for scientific exploration, and a treasure trove of natural marvels. The region's frequent earthquakes are a direct result of the North American tectonic plate shifting over the stationary hotspot beneath Yellowstone, reminding us of the dynamic forces at play beneath the park's serene surface. Increased seismic activity in Yellowstone can pose several potential dangers, and let's take a closer look at them. When you think of Yellowstone, seismic activity likely comes to mind, and for good reason. Did you know that over 1,000 seismic events occur in Yellowstone each year? That's a staggering number and gives us a glimpse into the seismic activity buzzing beneath the park's tranquil exterior. While many of these quakes are small and go unnoticed, some can trigger ground shaking and structural damage, especially during seismic swarms like the recent one in Yellowstone. It's important to recognize that earthquakes vary widely in magnitude and impact, making it challenging to predict their effects accurately. While most quakes are minor and don't cause significant damage, larger ones can lead to profound changes in the landscape and infrastructure. Although all recorded seismicity in Yellowstone has been relatively small so far, it's essential to remain vigilant. Historically, Yellowstone has experienced significant earthquakes, and structures within the park are particularly vulnerable to damage from horizontal ground motion. While there's no immediate cause for alarm, it's crucial to stay informed and prepared for any potential seismic events in the future. Hydrothermal explosions. Yellowstone's geysers and hot springs are powered by intense underground heat and pressure. When seismic activity increases, it can disrupt the intricate plumbing systems below the surface, potentially triggering hydrothermal explosions. These explosive events can hurl scalding water, steam, and rocks into the air, posing serious dangers to both visitors and park infrastructure. The unpredictable nature of these explosions adds to the overall risk factor, highlighting the need for caution and preparedness. Volcanic eruptions. While less immediate, volcanic eruptions are an inherent risk in this active volcanic region. Yellowstone boasts the world's largest array of natural thermal features, indicative of significant volcanic activity underground. An eruption could unleash a torrent of ash, lava, and toxic gases, wreaking havoc on the park and surrounding areas. Although such events occur infrequently, the potential for a catastrophic eruption remains a pressing concern that must be taken seriously. Ground deformation. Since 2015, ongoing subsidence or sinking has been observed in the Yellowstone caldera. These changes in ground elevation can have far-reaching consequences, impacting infrastructure, roads, and natural landmarks within the park. Monitoring ground deformation is crucial for predicting and mitigating these effects, as they could result in costly repairs and alterations to Yellowstone's landscape. Tourism and local economy. The prospect of increased seismic activity may deter tourists, casting a shadow over local businesses reliant on tourism. Concerns about safety could lead to a decline in visitor numbers, causing ripple effects throughout the local economy. With tourism playing a pivotal role in the region's prosperity, any decrease in visitor numbers could have significant economic repercussions. It's essential to address both perceived and actual risks associated with seismic activity to safeguard the future of Yellowstone's tourism industry and the local economy as a whole. Yellowstone's seismic activity is under constant surveillance, but the potential hazards extend beyond just earthquakes. From hydrothermal explosions to volcanic eruptions, ground deformation, and economic impacts, there's a range of risks to contend with in this geologically dynamic region. Vigilant monitoring and public awareness are essential for identifying and mitigating these dangers effectively. By staying informed and prepared, we can better protect both the natural wonders of Yellowstone and the safety and well-being of its visitors and surrounding communities. History of seismic activity. The seismic history of Yellowstone is a tapestry woven with complexity and dynamism, mirroring the park's ever-evolving geological landscape. As one of the most seismically active regions in the United States, Yellowstone experiences a remarkable average of 1,500 to 2,500 earthquakes each year. However, many of these tremors are so minor that they pass unnoticed by human senses, only detectable through sensitive monitoring equipment. These earthquakes in Yellowstone stem from a combination of geological forces, primarily influenced by a tectonic system running east to west and an underlying volcanic system. Yet, looming above all is the ominous presence of the supervolcano at the heart of the national park. This colossal behemoth ranks as one of the largest and most formidable volcanoes on the planet, with a history marked by 3 eruptions in the last 2 million years. Unlike typical volcanoes, a supervolcano carries with it the potential for unimaginable catastrophes, given the sheer magnitude of its eruptions and its immense size. The impact of these eruptions on geological history is undeniable, shaping the landscape of Yellowstone and leaving an indelible mark on the Earth's surface. The last eruption of the supervolcano, approximately 640,000 years ago, left a profound impact not just on the Earth's crust but also on the stratosphere and climate. The fallout from this cataclysmic event, including ash, mud, and other volcanic debris, altered the landscape of North America for an extended period. What's more, the repercussions of such eruptions extend far beyond the park's borders, posing a potential threat to the entire planet. The volcanic system and vast magma chamber beneath Yellowstone's supervolcano have the potential to unleash massive upheaval on a global scale. While the supervolcano itself may be relatively dormant today, the underlying volcanic complex and churning magma chamber remain highly active. This ongoing activity is evident in the series of successive earthquakes that ripple through the area, with the magma chamber extending several miles beneath the Earth's surface, exerting immense pressure on the planet's crust and causing it to expand and contract. As a result of the interactions between earthquake faults, the region experiences numerous small earthquakes and occasional earthquake swarms. Given the constant activity within the magma chamber, it's no surprise that Yellowstone sees a significant number of earthquakes each year. The continued vigilance and monitoring of these seismic events are essential for understanding the complex dynamics of the Yellowstone supervolcano and mitigating potential risks associated with its activity. Hebgen Lake earthquake. While some recent earthquakes in Yellowstone may have slipped under the radar for many, one event in particular left an indelible mark on the region's collective memory: the Hebgen Lake earthquake of August 17, 1959. This massive quake, registering a magnitude of 7.3, rattled the area to its core, causing devastation throughout the park and surrounding regions. Landslides were rampant, claiming numerous lives and forever altering the landscape. The epicenter was just west of the park boundary, resulting in 28 fatalities and significant changes to Yellowstone's hydrothermal systems. Even today, scars of this tragedy linger in the fallen areas, serving as a somber reminder of the earthquake's impact. The Hebgen Lake earthquake served as a wake-up call, sparking heightened interest in seismic monitoring efforts in the area. In addition to the Hebgen Lake earthquake, there's also the Bora Peak earthquake that struck Idaho in 1983. Though not as seismic as its predecessor with a magnitude of 6.9, this event still wrought considerable damage across Idaho and neighboring states like Wyoming and Montana. Ranked as one of the largest earthquakes in the U.S. since Hebgen Lake, it underscores the diverse range of seismic activity experienced in the Yellowstone Park region. Yet, despite these challenges, Yellowstone remains resilient, showcasing its ability to withstand geological hazards of all kinds. While subsequent smaller earthquakes may have gone relatively unnoticed, they serve as poignant reminders of Yellowstone's ever-evolving nature and the ongoing geological processes shaping its landscape. Following the Hebgen Lake earthquake, there was a concerted effort to ramp up seismic monitoring in the Yellowstone region. The U.S. Geological Survey (USGS) took the lead, establishing a seismic network in the early 1970s to keep a closer eye on the area's geological activity. Later, this network was expanded and has been managed by the University of Utah Seismograph Station's UUSS since 1984. Today, the Yellowstone Seismic Network stands as one of the most sophisticated volcano monitoring systems globally. Comprising 46 seismometers, this network operates in real time, providing continuous and precise data on seismic activity in the region. Since 1973, the network has recorded over 48,000 earthquakes in Yellowstone, with the overwhelming majority, over 99%, measuring magnitude 2 or below. This extensive seismic activity highlights the ongoing research and monitoring efforts needed to understand and predict geological events in this dynamic landscape. Such endeavors are vital not only for ensuring the safety of visitors and residents, but also for advancing scientific understanding of the complex geological processes at play in Yellowstone and beyond. Differentiating between normal seismic activity and potential volcanic signals. Differentiating between normal seismic activity and potential volcanic signals in Yellowstone requires a nuanced approach, combining various monitoring techniques and expert analysis. Normal seismic activity in the region is characterized by frequent but generally small earthquakes, which are typical for Yellowstone's geologically active landscape. However, potential volcanic signals may manifest as noticeable deviations from this baseline pattern. For instance, volcanic signals could entail significant changes in the frequency or pattern of seismic events. This might include an uptick in the number of larger earthquakes or a sudden escalation in the intensity of earthquake sequences, suggesting increased volcanic activity beneath the surface. Earthquake swarms, characterized by clusters of earthquakes occurring closely in time and space, are relatively common in Yellowstone and often represent normal tectonic activity. However, alterations in the behavior of these swarms could indicate volcanic unrest. This could involve their occurrence in atypical locations within the park or an escalation in the magnitude of the seismic events. Close monitoring of these swarms is therefore crucial for identifying early indicators of potential volcanic activity and informing appropriate response measures. Ground deformation serves as another crucial factor in distinguishing between normal seismic activity and potential volcanic signals. Instruments like GPS and INSAR interferometric synthetic aperture radar play a pivotal role in tracking ground movement, offering insights into patterns of uplift or subsidence. While consistent patterns of ground deformation are generally considered normal, abrupt changes or accelerated deformation may indicate magma movement beneath the surface, signaling the potential for volcanic activity. Gas emissions are also valuable indicators of volcanic activity. Monitoring fluctuations in the ratios of certain gases, particularly carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, enables scientists to assess the state of the volcanic system. Significant changes in gas emissions can hint at shifts in magma composition or movement, suggesting a potential uptick in volcanic activity. Modifications in Yellowstone's hydrothermal system serve as additional important indicators. Alterations such as the emergence of new or intensified geyser eruptions may signal volcanic disturbances. These changes could stem from shifts in the underground plumbing system triggered by rising magma or heightened geothermal activity. In communicating the current status of volcanic activity, the USGS employs alert levels assigned to volcanoes, including Yellowstone. A normal alert level indicates typical background activity, whereas an advisory level denotes elevated unrest beyond known background levels. These alert levels play a crucial role in informing the public and authorities about the current risk posed by volcanic activity, aiding in preparedness and response efforts. By scrutinizing seismicity patterns, monitoring earthquake swarms, tracking ground deformation, analyzing gas emissions, and observing hydrothermal changes, scientists at the Yellowstone Volcano Observatory and the University of Utah Seismograph Stations employ a comprehensive approach to distinguish between routine seismic activity and potential volcanic signals. This meticulous methodology enables them to make accurate assessments and issue timely warnings, enhancing the safety and preparedness of the region. Through their collaborative efforts and expertise, they play a critical role in monitoring the dynamic geological processes at Yellowstone and ensuring the well-being of residents and visitors alike. Recent seismic activity in Yellowstone National Park. The recent surge in seismic activity within Yellowstone National Park has drawn significant attention from geologists and park officials, highlighting the area's ever-changing geological landscape. In April 2024, Yellowstone experienced a notable uptick in seismic events, detecting a total of 152 earthquakes. This spike in activity is part of the ongoing geological processes that define the region's dynamic nature. While these earthquakes varied in magnitude, most were minor tremors typical of Yellowstone's usual seismicity. The largest recorded event was a magnitude 3.1 earthquake, which, though relatively small, may have been felt by some park visitors. These seismic events occurred at various depths, with many centered beneath Yellowstone Lake and its surrounding areas, known hotspots for seismic activity within the park. Despite the increased seismicity, there was no immediate indication of a larger impending event, such as a volcanic eruption. The Yellowstone Volcano Observatory (YVO) and the University of Utah seismograph stations (UUSS) closely monitored the activity, continuously analyzing seismic data for any patterns that could signal changes in volcanic behavior. The most significant seismic event recorded in April 2024 was a magnitude 3.1 earthquake that struck Teton County, Wyoming, on January 1, 2024, at 2:41 p.m. local time GMT+0. Centered approximately 18 miles east of West Yellowstone, Montana, and with a shallow depth of 8.9 kilometers (5.5 miles), the quake was classified as light and felt by some individuals near the epicenter. However, the intensity of shaking was weak, and no damage or injuries were reported. This recent swarm of earthquakes serves as a poignant reminder of Yellowstone's geological dynamism and the critical role of sophisticated monitoring systems in studying and interpreting these natural phenomena. The continuous efforts of YVO and UUSS in monitoring seismic activity are paramount for ensuring public safety and advancing our understanding of the geological processes at work in this distinctive and active region. Official warnings and statements. Yellowstone officials are taking proactive steps to ensure the safety of the park and its visitors in response to the recent surge in seismic activity. With 152 earthquakes detected in April 2024, including one registering at magnitude 3.1, officials want to reassure everyone that such activity is par for the course in Yellowstone and doesn't hint at an imminent volcanic eruption. Nevertheless, they stress the importance of staying aware and ready. One major concern officials want to address is the potential hazards posed by Yellowstone's hydrothermal features. While these natural marvels are awe-inspiring, they can also be dangerous, capable of causing severe burns or worse. Visitors are urged to be cautious, sticking to designated boardwalks and trails and heeding warning signs around thermal areas. The Yellowstone Volcano Observatory (YVO) has kept the volcano alert level at normal and the aviation color-coded green, signaling no significant threat at present. This assessment stems from ongoing monitoring and analysis of volcanic and seismic activity throughout the region. Given the seismic activity, and as a general precaution, officials stress the importance of public safety measures. They advise visitors to stay updated on park conditions and to follow all safety guidelines provided. By heeding these recommendations, visitors not only ensure their own safety but also contribute to the preservation of Yellowstone's natural wonders. These warnings and statements underline Yellowstone's dedication to safeguarding both the park's natural treasures and the people who come to enjoy them. By sticking to these guidelines, visitors play a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance between experiencing the park's splendors and ensuring its long-term preservation. Seismic monitoring and research. The underlying physical processes and potential for catastrophic events underscore the importance of ongoing monitoring and research in Yellowstone. By observing these geological processes, we can properly assess hazards and work towards reducing seismic activity and volcanic risks. This understanding is crucial for mitigating the dangers posed by natural processes. To monitor seismic activity in Yellowstone National Park, a robust system is in place, ensuring the safety of visitors and residents while advancing scientific knowledge of the region's dynamic geology. The Yellowstone Seismic Network (YSN) consists of around 50 strategically placed seismometers throughout the park. Operated by the University of Utah Seismograph Stations (UUSS), these instruments continuously monitor seismic activity, with data transmitted in real time via radio and satellite systems. The UUSS plays a vital role in earthquake monitoring and promptly shares information with the public. This network is instrumental in reducing earthquake and volcanic risks, providing crucial data for scientific research and safety initiatives. The Yellowstone Volcano Observatory (YVO), a collaboration of 9 state and federal agencies, ensures timely monitoring and hazard assessment of volcanic, hydrothermal, and earthquake activity in the region. Using various instruments and techniques, including ground deformation monitoring and gas emission analysis, the YVO offers critical insights into volcanic processes and hazards. Technological advancements such as GPS and INSAR enable continuous monitoring, detecting subtle ground deformations indicative of volcanic activity. These tools contribute to early detection and swift response to any unusual seismic events. Furthermore, advanced research techniques like thermal imaging, seismic data analysis, and geospatial mapping are utilized to monitor geyser activity and seismic patterns. Yellowstone's unique geological features attract researchers worldwide, offering invaluable insights into volcanic activity, geothermal systems, and Earth's interior. Scientists study active geothermal features, seismic activity, and diverse ecosystems to better understand geological and ecological processes. Dr. Robert Smith and other scientists such as Dr. Lisa Morgan and Dr. Mike Poland lead extensive research on earthquakes and volcanic processes in Yellowstone. They view the park as a geographic laboratory and an international treasure. However, for some, the idea of Yellowstone as a laboratory may seem exaggerated, given the constant tremors and safety risks, such as rock slides and fault lines. Despite these challenges, we must recognize and appreciate the bravery and dedication of scientists and park personnel in managing earthquakes in the region. Overall, these measures ensure that any seismic activity in Yellowstone is closely monitored, enabling prompt detection and response to unusual events. The data collected also contributes to ongoing research efforts, improving our understanding of the park's geology and enhancing preparedness for future geological events. Expert analysis. Expert analysis from geologists and seismologists offers valuable insights into the nature of earthquake swarms in Yellowstone National Park and their potential implications for volcanic activity. They suggest that the seismic activity at Yellowstone may be attributed to the forces of the tectonic plates. The Earth's crust constantly undergoes pressure from the collision and shifting of tectonic plates, which gradually builds up tension and transforms into energy, eventually resulting in earthquakes. The park's geysers, sustained by the volcanic system, may influence the equilibrium of seismic activity by releasing steam intermittently to alleviate geological pressures. Some geysers even push water upwards due to pressure, similar to how magma reaches the surface, showcasing the symbiosis of geothermal energy and tectonic forces that shape Yellowstone's geological wonders. While the volcanic system and tectonic activity operate independently, they are interconnected, making the region's geological processes dynamic and continuous. This means that Yellowstone will likely continue to experience small earthquakes, which are essential for maintaining the park's hydrothermal activity. Earthquakes regulate underground pressure, creating gaps for water to interact with hot rocks, forming geysers, hot springs, and other hydrothermal features. Therefore, earthquake swarms in Yellowstone do not signify the demise of the park, but rather highlight the dynamic interplay between seismic activity and the volcanic system that has shaped its geological landscape over time. Although earthquake swarms are routine in Yellowstone, they are meticulously monitored for any deviations that could signal changes in the underlying volcanic system. Ongoing research and monitoring efforts, combined with expert analysis, are vital for understanding the potential implications of seismic activity on future volcanic behavior in the park. By studying these seismic events, scientists can gain valuable insights into the complex processes shaping Yellowstone's dynamic geology, ultimately contributing to the safety and preservation of this iconic natural wonder. Public relation and impact. The recent seismic activity in Yellowstone National Park has sparked significant interest and discussion, impacting tourism and the local communities surrounding the park. Despite initial concerns, the park is gearing up for a record year, with accommodations already 90% booked for the season. Surprisingly, the earthquakes have not deterred visitors. Instead, there is a sense of excitement and curiosity about the geological events unfolding in the region. Local businesses are preparing for a bustling season, anticipating the influx of tourists drawn by both the natural beauty of Yellowstone and the recent seismic activity. Infrastructure upgrades are in progress to accommodate the expected increase in visitors, ensuring that the local economy can make the most of the heightened interest in the park. Visitors are eagerly anticipating the opportunity to experience Yellowstone's dynamic landscape, eager to explore its geothermal features and witness the natural processes at play. Guides and information sources are emphasizing safety and preparedness when visiting the park, particularly in light of the recent geological events, to ensure that visitors can enjoy their experience responsibly. Regarding environmental considerations, research has shed light on the carbon impact of tourism at Yellowstone, prompting efforts to promote more sustainable visitation practices. Despite emissions associated with tourism, the park's ecosystems remain a net carbon sink, highlighting the delicate balance between conservation and visitor enjoyment. Yellowstone National Park stands as a testament to the awe-inspiring power and beauty of nature. From its geothermal wonders and diverse wildlife to its complex geological systems, it offers an unparalleled glimpse into the dynamic processes that shape our planet. The park's vibrant landscape, marked by geysers, hot springs, and the ever-present possibility of seismic activity, serves as a living laboratory for scientists and a breathtaking destination for millions of visitors each year. As we continue to explore and understand Yellowstone's unique features, the importance of ongoing monitoring and research cannot be overstated. These efforts not only enhance our knowledge of Earth's natural systems but also ensure the safety and preservation of this magnificent natural wonder for generations to come. So, whether you're an adventurer seeking the thrill of witnessing a geyser's eruption, or a researcher delving into the mysteries of geothermal activity, Yellowstone remains a beacon of natural splendor and scientific discovery.